Amy, let me tell you about a magical place that is so exactly designed to be enclosed space, year-round fun for the whole family that I bet you already know what I'm going to say before I even say the name. Let's say it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Great Wolf Lodge. You got it, Amy.
My kids loved Great Wolf Lodge when we went. You probably already know that it has a huge indoor water park with a wave pool, lazy river, a bunch of massive water slides. But then your pack can hit the other attractions because, wait, there's more.
Great Wolf Lodge has adventure-packed attractions like Magi Quest, a live-action game kids can play throughout the lodge, plus the Northern Lights Arcade. Spent some quality time there, so your kid who loves the lazy river and your kid who loves fantasy games will both have a great time.
Great Wolf Lodge also offers great dining options and complimentary daily events like nightly dance parties, all under one roof. Unpack the car once and you're settled in to have fun. And with 22 lodges across the country, you're always a short drive away from adventure.
We've both had such great times at Great Wolf Lodge, so bring your pack together at a lodge near you. Learn more at greatwolf.com and strengthen the pack.
Welcome to Ask Amy from What Fresh Hell Laughing in the Face of Motherhood, solving your parenting dilemmas one question at a time. This week's question came from email. A listener emailed us to say, I am in a mom funk. I always wanted to be a mom, but I underestimated the amount of work and sacrifice that it takes. I'm exhausted. I feel like I never get a chance to catch my breath and be ready to be a mom the next morning when my kids wake up, and I spend most of the day with my kids just trying to make it to bedtime. My kids are 7 and 4, and I really thought the parenting would have gotten easier by now, but I feel just as burned out and depleted as when they were toddlers. Perhaps even more so now that they both talk nonstop and have so many opinions about everything, not to mention the endless tantrums and meltdowns, which I thought would have ended at least 2 years ago. My husband works long hours, and I'm solo parenting 90% of the time. When my husband is home, he needs to sleep and he wants to relax, and he has so little time to be with the kids, let alone actually help with any housework. How do I get through this and still be a good mom at the same time? Being a parent right now feels hopeless and endless and relentless, and I'm stuck. Sometimes I find myself wondering why I had kids at all when I feel this depleted. I want to give you a hug through this microphone right now and tell you that it is not your fault for feeling depleted by this workload. The problem is that you are depleted by this workload. In other words, it's not your mindset that needs adjusting. It's your practical circumstances. You're working 24/7, 365 without a break, without a lot of support, and you're feeling overwhelmed. And then you're feeling bad about being overwhelmed. You're calling it a mom funk and wondering how you can adjust your mindset to get out of that. But you're in more than a mind funk. This is burnout. Burnout is an actual thing with a definition. I'm going to give you the World Health Organization's definition of burnout. Burnout, they say, is characterized by 3 dimensions: feelings of energy depletion or exhaustion, increased mental distance from one's job, feelings of negativism or cynicism, and reduced professional efficacy. So this puts you into a spiral. Your burnout grinds your gears, which reduces your ability to do what you need to do, which causes more stress because you have too much to do, which causes more burnout, which decreases your efficiency. You can't keep going like this. There is a reason you're this exhausted. You're burned out. There's a book that you should read. I'll put a link in the show notes. It's called Burnout: The Secret to Unlocking the Stress Cycle by Amelia and Emily Nagoski. It explains this in much more detail, and I know you're probably too busy to read a book, but this one is worth your while. You say your spouse is unable to participate, maybe unwilling, maybe unable, maybe some of both, but you do need help. I'm wondering if you could get a college kid to do the after-school drop-offs and pickups and homework help while you're making dinner, or, as I always preferred when my kids were this age, can they make dinner while you go to the soccer game and you help with the homework? More importantly, when do you get to sleep and relax? I'm worried that the answer is never. Your spouse, you said, works long hours, comes home and needs to sleep, needs to refill their cup, needs to recover. And I understand that your spouse's hours are long and their job is demanding, but so is yours. This is as hard as you think it is. If your spouse's workload was so great that it was affecting his output, affecting his performance, affecting his mental health, his workplace would have no choice but to address it. And I'm saying that the same thing should apply for you. Paying for a little more help is obviously an expense, but it doesn't have to be expensive. And even if it is, it might be worth cutting corners elsewhere to get that assistance. You're not weak or a bad person to be this exhausted by a job that's 24/7, 365. Your burnout is affecting your ability to parent. It's affecting your relationship with your kids and maybe your spouse as well. And it's affecting your mental health. This isn't a mom funk and you're not a bad person, but you need some sleep-in Saturdays. Ask for what you need and take the guilt out of the picture. Let us know how it goes. Send us your parenting question and we might answer yours next. Email us questions@whatfreshhellpodcast.com. Thanks for listening.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.